I am Sharon Mook, and I am the pastor here at 4th Street. I've been here just over a year. And on behalf of our session and the deacons and our congregation, I want to welcome you to what is going to be, I know, a very interesting and important morning. We are so happy at 4th Street to be able to be a part of that. I wanted to just note we have many refreshments, and if during the course of the talk you want to quietly slip over and get something, you're welcome to do that. They will be there when we finish also. And there are restrooms for men and women right out the door on this hallway. So if you need to use those, that's where they are. So let's begin with a prayer, and then we will move right into our program. Let us pray together. Creating living God, in your presence and in the presence of one another, we come seeking truth, real justice, and genuine peace in our world. May divine spirit moving in us and among us open our minds to understand new ideas, our hearts to your transforming power, and our lives to the call you make upon us. May we seek to understand every perspective that is expressed, the ones with which we are familiar and the ones with which we agree. And especially may we seek to really understand ideas that are new to us and perhaps difficult to grasp, ideas with which we may disagree and have a hard time accepting. May all of our words this morning move us toward greater truth, because without truth there can be no justice. This day, may we experience your transformative power in our relationships with one another as we learn to be community together here in this room and in the larger global community. Amen. I'll ask Toni Mann to talk with us a moment and provide more introductions and a little bit more about what our program will be this morning.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Toni Mann, and I am presently serving as chair of the Middle East Work Group, which is part of the Social Justice and Peacemaking Ministry team of the Presbytery of Detroit. I wanted to mention that this weekend of events with Mark Braverman is being co-sponsored by an interfaith group, the I word, sorry, that includes the Friends of Sabeel North America, Jewish Voice for Peace Detroit, the Evangelical Lutheran Church of Jordan, and the Holy Land Task Force of the Southeast Michigan Synod of ELCA, the Ann Arbor Unitarian Universalists for Justice in the Middle East, and also at Wayne State, the Committee for Peace and Justice in the Middle East. So we have a range of people who were very happy to help make this happen. Today, of course, we are being hosted by 4th Street Presbyterian Church, and I really want to thank Sharon and all the people who have worked on this. And I have to make sure I include the Peace and Justice Committee, the Spiritual Development Committee, the Facilities Committee, the Presbyterian Women, there's the Hospitality Committee, is not quite right, sound technicians, oh my goodness, Randy, who's doing the videotaping, and of course Sharon for moderating and supporting. And if I've left anyone out, please forgive me, it was certainly not intentional. Hopefully everybody has the program that was there at the door. Just give you an idea of the order of events. Basically, Mark will speak, and then the panelists will present points of view from their organizational, what their organizational church is doing, or what their positions are that they have taken. If I've misexplained that, then I'm sure that will also be clarified. And then we'll, of course, have a question and answer session. And once we're done, then Mark will be signing books over on the side here and will be available for discussion. We have books, of course, and some of the co-sponsoring organizations have some material on the tables at the side, so we certainly invite you to take a look at those as you're milling around and enjoying extra refreshments and so forth. So with all that, I do want to now, I'm going to introduce to you the panel, starting with Pastor Jack Eggleston, who works for the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, where he serves as director for the Evangelical Mission and also as assistant to the bishop in the Southeast Michigan Synod. He has served churches in Sterling Heights and Downriver. A graduate of Grand Valley State University, he attended Luther Seminary in St. Paul, Minnesota. He leads frequent trips to the Holy Land, worked for a just and peaceful settlement to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. He and his wife, Connie, now reside in Trenton. And then we have Reverend Bill Gefford, who was ordained into ministry in the Presbyterian Church USA in 1953. His educational background includes degrees in engineering, education, theology, and divinity, and he has served the church in various educational roles in the Middle East, Asia, and the United States. It's really quite a CV. He has also served as the director of Arab-American Relations in the Littlefield Presbyterian Church in Dearborn and the Presbytery of Detroit. Now honorably retired, he continues in that capacity, plus serving as adjunct staff with the Presbytery of Detroit, as consultant for Interfaith Ministries, which networks with other interfaith organizations here and nationally. Bill and his wife Barbara reside in Dearborn. Livonia, I sent this around for comment. By the way, everybody has an impressive, these guys all have impressive CVs, I know. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Anyway, now we have, and Reverend Bill Wiley Kellerman is a United Methodist pastor who has served city parishes in Detroit, Michigan, and is currently pastor at St. Peter's Episcopal Church in Detroit. He's a graduate of Union Theological Seminary in New York City. He is also a frequent contributor to Sojourners and other publications, often on topics framed biblically by principalities and powers. He is the author of Seasons of Faith and Conscience, which explores the biblical and theological basis for nonviolent resistance and liturgical direct action. For the previous decade, he was director of Graduate Theological Urban Studies at SCUPE in Chicago, which I meant to ask him what that meant. And recently, he helped create Word and World, a floating movement school for faith-grounded activists. He has been to Gaza and the occupied territories as a member of a human rights delegation from Detroit. He lives in Detroit with his daughters, Lydia and Lucy. Our keynote speaker today is Mark Braverman. Mark's roots are in the Holy Land. His grandfather, a fifth-generation Palestinian Jew, was born in Jerusalem and emigrated to the U.S. as a young man. Growing up in the United States, Mark was reared in the Jewish tradition, studying the Bible, Hebrew literature, and Jewish history. Trained in clinical psychology and crisis management, Mark devoted his professional career to working with groups and individuals undergoing traumatic stress. Returning to the Holy Land in 2006, he was transformed by witnessing the occupation of Palestine and by encounters with peace activists and civil society leaders from the Muslim, Christian, and Jewish communities. Since then, Mark has devoted himself full-time to the Israel-Palestine conflict. He is a co-founder and executive director of Friends of Tent of Nations North America, a nonprofit dedicated to supporting Palestinian land rights and peaceful coexistence in historic Palestine. He serves on the board of directors of Israel Committee Against House Demolitions USA and the advisory committee of Friends of Sabeel North America and the advisory council of the Washington Interfaith Alliance for the Middle East Peace. He is a charter member of American Jews for a Just Peace. And he is author of Fatal Embrace, Christians, Jews, and the Search for Peace in the Holy Land. There you are. Mark, welcome and thank you.